Why hello there, and welcome curious viewer. I am Zerger, and behind me here is my design for an AFK villager breeder. This breeder feeds itself, so you don't have to, making it 100% AFK, but you have got the option to kind of go in there yourself and feed them yourself in order to speed up the rate at which it breeds significantly. Okay, let me give you guys the quick run through what I've done here. So, moving into the bottom here, this is our little pit, where obviously all of our little offspring land, and up here we have 8 pairs of breeding villagers, and an iron golem to protect them. Cool, this is our little collection pit, this bottom layer, so that's basically all this is. Now up here, we obviously have the greenhouse glass, because that is essential. And in here I've got a division, a divider if you will, with one farmer villager that side and a second this side. With both an iron golem here and an iron golem there, and one nymph in here to keep the iron golems healed, because he will periodically get the, what they called again, the spriggans or whatever they are that spawn when they break the crops. So what he will do is every now and then he will chuck food to these guys down here. These are our breeding pairs, and he will only give them food when they are quote unquote hungry, which is when they haven't got enough food in their inventory in order to breed, which is pretty useful. So he is going to go around not significantly, every now and then check their inventories and chuck them food as he harvests here. Right, and I've also put down a little barrel and a slab here for if you want to AFK here. Because, you know, I like AFK farms and such, and also I do make use of the... I cannot see my skill tree, can I? I can, it's in here. It is under farming, the green thumb passive. So this will make all these crops grow super fast, and you can just kind of AFK sit here while it grows, and they harvest and they feed them. You can of course feed them yourself if you don't wish to do this part, and well, you know, it's just I like having the AFK bit to it all, as I always do, because I'm lazy and I like AFKing. Okay, so that's how that part works. They feed them, our bebes drop on through here. The rate for this, by the way, I have timed it over the course of an hour. I did it twice, and without any intervention from you as the player, as in without you feeding them, it gives you anywhere between 15 to 22 villagers per hour. Now, that should theoretically be boosted by a lot if you do the actual feeding yourself, seeing as the cooldown period for a breeding pair is 5 minutes. So that should be, and this is once again theoretically, if you look at the stats, that should be anywhere between 48 to 90 villagers per hour, which is bonkers numbers. So yeah, I don't know if you'll actually reach that, but that is, according to the math, the amount that you should be able to do if you feed them yourself. But I just prefer letting them do the work, and you know, they aren't as efficient, but like I said, they only go around and check their inventories every now and then as they harvest, and only if they're hungry do they give them food. They're not always constantly chucking them food. That's where it is. You know, that's where the lack of efficiency comes in. But it is AFK, and it is working, and it looks sexy. Now, on the top here, of course, this is our little breeder, as they say. This is our little guy, which makes this a village, and he is purely there to register as only one occupant in this village, and these doors here are to make this basically register as a valid village, of course. I'll explain all the mechanical things, if you will, more in depth. I'm going to go into the actual building of this, show you guys how to build this, should you wish to do so. Okay, so before getting into the building of this, I've got about 4 rules for you guys you need to acknowledge, at least. If you don't follow them, I take no responsibility. So, rule number 1, only build this in a vanilla biome. You know, forest, plains, these ones. Just have a look at your compass. If it is any of the biomes added by the mods, then there's a chance, no, not a chance, it won't work, and it will annoy you, because it's a lot of effort to build this farm. Rule number 2, don't build this near any other existing villagers or doors. If there are any other doors in the area, you need to break down those doors. It will mess up the farm. Rule number 3, if there are banshees in your area, or you know that there is a mineshaft underground or nearby, go somewhere else. Banshees aggro towards villagers, and they will go through the walls and wreck them. They will kill them all. Banshees spawn from railways and cobwebs, so if you've got in your area, just build this somewhere else. They will absolutely wreck all of your villagers. Like I said, they go through the walls, you can't stop them, and you will scream. Rule number 4, and the final one. Don't build this with cobblestone, wood, or any other default blocks. And I'll tell you why. Don't build this with cobblestone because the eruption event will spawn magma entities, and the Vulcan is one of them. The Vulcan will turn cobblestone blocks into magma source blocks when he's around, and that will suck. Rule number 2, not rule number 2. The second one is wood, of course. Well, it's just wood, you know. Don't build with wood in RLCraft, wood or wool, because it's flammable. Once again, the eruption event will just make it go poof. And then finally, the default blocks. These include stone and andesite, you know, the ones that you would normally find just while mining. These blocks, this is specifically because of the swarm. This swarm event, I've noticed, it spawns these tiny little wasps everywhere. Now, they can spawn in and replace standard blocks. This includes dirt, and of course stone, and all of the default ones. So if you have your walls built out of that, there's a chance that these little wasps will spawn in your farm, and once again kill all of your villagers. And that is all. I'm done lecturing you now. I will get to the actual build. Okay. So we're going to start this build from the bottom, building upwards, starting with the bottom collection pit, which is the bigger room of them all. So dig yourself a hole, 13 by 13 by 4 blocks. I've obviously gone ahead and done that. So go ahead and do that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all of these side blocks and the dirt with stone bricks, like I've said, because, and the floor, because, you know, don't build with default blocks. So I'm quickly going to do that now, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so like I said, gone ahead and replaced floor and walls with stone bricks, and from here, from corner to corner, it is 13 blocks by 4 high. Excellent. Now from here, you stand in this corner, go 1, 2, bam, and do that for every single corner. This nymph is so annoying. This is basically the start of where our pillars are going to be. The pillars for our little villager to stand on. And from here we just have to get one smack in the middle. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, cool. And there, and there, and there. Cool, like this, nice. There's 3 blocks in between all of them to keep the OCD happy. Excellent. Okay, so once we've got that, we can't do the rest up until we get the roof on. So from here, this little corner here, you make this one glowstone for all of them. This is just to keep it lit up. F7 wise, you'll see the corners shouldn't be covered. Never mind, they're covered, but still gonna do it. Still gonna do it. I think I lost track after a while where the actual lighting was actually necessary and where F7 was actually telling me where I should put in some more lighting. Okay, so just go around, create a little roof here. From here we go two blocks in, I think it was, with this as the indicator. Yes, so right above this will be a little indicator of where the dirt will start for the crops above. And we just go ahead and do this everywhere. Plus I really like the look of stone bricks anyway, so yeah, it's nice and easy. If you guys are in a shortage, obviously, just pop normal, what's it, cobblestone? Yeah, just pop normal cobblestone in the furnace, and you know, Bob's your uncle. Pretty easy. Get yourself loads of stone, or just silk touch it. Easiest way when you go mining, just silk touch it. Easiest way to get yourself loads of stone to use for these stone bricks. They're quite nice, because these stone bricks convert into a 1-to-1 ratio when you convert them in your crafting grid, which is excellent. Right, let me see. Oh, you know what it was? I think as soon as the roof, that's of course, duh, it's day. So as soon as the roof comes on, these corners, this middle one will get lit up. And these ones here, they get lit up. So that one isn't actually as necessary. You know what? Fine, just leave it. I think that might be to light up. Ah, that's to light up this layer on the outside. That's what that was for. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I remember now. Okay, now we get our dirt on. What is that annoying ass sound? Jeez. That is super frustrating. I don't know what that noise is, but there is no mob around it. It's like an ambient sound and it just keeps on making that noise. Anyway, let's do the dirt. Okay, and let's see if I can just, if that is an ambient sound or what that is, because that is, it can't be footsteps, biomes. Ah, that was it. Okay, so the actual biome has that sound. Woo, my ears. My ears are at peace once more. We get F7 off. Okay, it creates a little bit of lag, even though it's very useful. Okay, so smack in this middle, right up here, bang, bang, we put a glowstone block here, cool. That is this interior done, and now F7, everything is nice and lit up, perfect. Now let's get to these little pillars of ours, so right above these, we just make a little tunnel. It's going to be part of the little chamber where they all fall in. Just making mine with glass, because I like to see them. I am using, what is this, white stained glass. I kind of like light grey stained glass as well, it's quite nice. But you know, just whatever. You don't need glass if you don't want to, just use any old building block. Cool, let's do this all around. And let's do... This is a glass pane, of course. This is where the water is going to be. So just put a glass pane on each of these. The water bucket is going to be right there, just to keep that water in there. You can use I think a fence post as well. Just normal fence. It's not really called a fence post, is it? So just a fence. Should be fine as well. Just anything to keep that in there. So our little babies can come spewing out these sides is basically why we do this. Aha, I haven't done this one yet. Let's do it there, 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 there. And glass panes. Okay, that looks good to me. Let's get our water. Water bucket. And water, 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 water. Cool. You should probably at this point build yourself a door if you want to get up there, because you haven't got creative like me. I'm just gonna do this. And yeah, whatever, that's fine. You should probably put yourself an iron door here with a button to, you know, stop it from being destroyed by zombies. And that is the bottom. Just give this another look. Yeah, this looks perfect. Cool. And these dirt blocks above us, this is where the crops are going to be, of course. So from here, right above these little holes. Let me see. Nope, 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 nope. There is a problem here. Yeah, so that one is actually off center. Not good. I will just fix it in a moment. So this will be right above these water. Yeah, little chamber. So you there. No. Close on, yeah. Cool. And another bucket of water in there. Boink. Nice. And of course is to keep it all watered and so on for the farm. Okay, now in these corners, this is the moving away from the first room now. We're moving into the upper floor, so the second layer as such. This one needs to be 9 by 9 by 3. Yeah, 9 by 9 by 3 to the dimensions of this one. And that is actually, I mean, the open space inside, not including the walls and the roof and so on. So from here, just put one more there. And basically like this. So this will be all air blocks. Yeah, as far as I remember. Cool. So now let's just build these little corners. I like to keep it symmetrical, so I'm going to put some stone blocks here as well. And this is where I've put glass with all the other ones. You guys don't need to put in glass. I just like the glass so I can keep an eye on them. So let's just pop in some glass here. Once again, you probably put yourself on a secondary door here. If you guys want to come have a look, hang on. If you guys want to have a look at the, this top layer every now and then. Noise. Ah, don't you just love symmetry? I say that, and then this is not symmetrical. What in God's green earth has happened here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This does not work. What have I done? What have I done? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. What has happened here? 1, 2, 3. Is this hole exactly above it like it should be? It looks like it, isn't it? I need to figure out, am I just being stupid, am I? I am. I'm counting it not from this corner, that's why. Right. Okay, so probably edit that out, obviously. Moving on, we can just do this. So this, only these 3, 1, 2, 3. This will be air blocks. This will be the roof. The roof is on fire. No, it's not. But this is where we'll build the roof, and we can probably just kind of seal it off like this to make it look nice and neat. Cool. And now these, let's see. So from here, this is obviously where the whatchamacallit, the greenhouse glass will be. Okay, so let's get to that part. Let's get in our greenhouse glass. Yeah, that looks right. I think, I think there was a, yeah, there's going to be, this is going to be here like so. So we don't actually need to do these corner bits. You can just put glowstone in there. Yeah, glowstone. So glowstone there, 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 and there. Cool. Now just fill in the rest with the greenhouse glass so that all these crops can grow indefinitely. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Nope. Okay, so then, right above this one, right here, we put another glowstone. Cool. And then above this one, we put a barrel. And on top of this, we put a slab. Can be any old slab, of course. Break that. Okay, cool. No, let me just fill this up. Right, so from here, put some block there, block there, block there, block there. Now, let me trapdoors here. That trapdoor in these corner ones. And depending on where you want to build your dividing wall, so across there or across there, you need to make where the wall meets. So let's say if we are going to build the, wall, the dividing wall across here, we need to make these slabs again. So slabs there, and the rest of them can be trapdoors. That's right. the trapdoors is, of course, to stop our villager when he walks in here, being 2 blocks tall. He will get stuck here, but he will try and chuck himself down there, our little farmer. So you need to have a slab there and these trapdoors here, because he's two blocks tall, obviously, to stop him from chucking himself down there, because he will occasionally try and get in on the action and join them down there. So we need to stop that from happening. No shenanigans on our watch. Okay, so basically this is the design if you plan on feeding them yourself. For this part, of course. We still need to do the village part above, and then we need to get our villagers in here, actually. So, let us get to the actual village. To make this a village, we just need 1 villager, pretty easy. A bit harder for you guys. What am I doing? Am I typing villager? Yes, I'm typing villager. Villager spawn egg. A bit harder for you guys to get a villager here. You'll need to use a rock. If you're at this stage, I'm assuming you've got a rock already. So, you know, just airlift someone in here. It's pretty easy. Glass, let me see. I like this glass here. And we just build this little 3x3 cage. Definitely get these corners because zombies can bite through corners. If you guys didn't know, zombie will be able to reach the villager in there. So this guy will just stay here. That is his job. That is his life. From now on, he will be in that cage forever. Happy days await you, my friend. Now we just seal this off. We put another, let me think. Nope, we put a glowstone block right here. And then from here we just extend this by 1 each side. And now we put in a little spruce door, or well, any door really. I just prefer spruce. So starting from the middle here, we just do this. There, 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 there. And now if you listen closely, there we go, a little hammer sound. You hear that? That means that he is in range. He recognized those doors. The mechanic behind this, by the way, just to explain to you guys why this is. So this is built on the 1.12 Minecraft village mechanic. So these doors, each door scans 5 blocks ahead of it, 5 blocks behind it. And it checks for blocks that is equal to it. So here, here, or above it, that blocks out sunlight. For some reason is how that works. So this glowstone block in the middle, they're all pointing towards that. So they scan, you know, and they detect here's 1 block here which blocks out light. So they check, the mechanic behind it all is they check for equal amount of blocks that blocks out light behind them as well as in front of them. That basically makes them determine that there is an indoor or an outdoor, making this a valid door. So because there is only 1 block here, all these doors go, ooh, hang on, there is only 1 block this side that blocks out light, nothing behind us, this must be indoor. And that then makes these valid doors. So if you want to build behind these or enclose them, you can do so if you wish, but use glass. Any translucent block won't count. So if you wanted to build, you know, here behind them will be fine. Here you can use any block you want underneath them, that's fine, won't make a difference. Anything behind them, you know, equal to them or above them, needs to be translucent block, or this won't work. That's how that works. And if you want to shut this off, by the way, that glowstone block in the middle, you can, if you destroy that, then this one no longer counts. So if you ever want to shut this down, destroy this glowstone block in the middle, or kill this guy, I suppose. But, you know, just rather get rid of the glowstone, and then this won't count as a valid village anymore. Cool. Hope that makes sense. Now then, let's F7 quickly. No, not that. F7 quickly, I said. And so I still want to get these corners here just in case, because I don't trust this. I want to get this top to be spawn proof. I don't want anything spawning on the top here. And on these ends, you see here, let's just make that glowstone. Good old F7. You gotta love it. And nice and symmetrical. Oh, so sexy. Oh yes, hang on, one missing. Ah, yes, that's the good stuff. Okie doke. Now we need to get our villagers in here and get this puppy running. So, in order for you guys to get villagers in here, you're gonna have to airlift them and kind of dump them in here. This is the thing. Now, before we do that though, before we get the villagers in, we can do the separation thingamabob, if you will. So let's quickly build a separator wall. No, let's just say glass. Yeah, white stained glass is nice. So let's build this one here to keep them separate. This is just to, by the way, the reason why you separate them is so they don't try and breed with one another. These two will successfully breed with one another if there isn't a separator. And also they're just faster. If there's one guy here tending to these crops, another that guy, they're just more efficient in when they go round. They will obviously harvest this faster. Secondly, let's do this. No, not that. So don't do that part, but this. I just want this middle bit to be the same, like so, because this is where we will basically be AFKing if you want to, and you'll be jumping off here in any case onto here, destroying these crops when you go up and down. So that is cool. If you guys don't plan on being in here, then obviously you can leave this, that's fine. Now before we get the villagers in, we need to get 2 iron golems, actually 3, so let's quickly get the golem on. So iron block there, and pumpkin. Yes, sirree. Okay, so let's iron golem over here, and then another one. This is of course too, like I've said, this kills the Spriggans when they spawn, which are those annoying little green fellas that spawn from, you know, plants and crops and all that garbage. So they are stronger, way stronger than the Spriggans. So they will, within the space, they will be easily able to corner one of them and kill them. And then we need to get a nymph in here as well. I'm not sure if I've got a rock on this account. No, I don't. Okay, Ignibus. So, you guys will need to name tag a nymph and bring her in here with your rock. I advise doing it from up here. So these 4 blocks, you'll be able to come down here with your rock and then close this off and then release her in here. And then we name tag her, so she stays here forever, being able to heal this guy and that guy whenever they attack a Spriggan. So she will bob back and forth, the nymph, but that's alright. Whenever she's on this side, she'll be able to heal him in any way. It's not really worth bringing 2 nymphs in here, but if you are massively OCD and you want to have that, then get a nymph this side, another one that side. But I found that just one is enough, since as she has quite a large healing aura in anyway. Now let us get ourselves an anvil and a name tag. Yeah, I just don't think taming a rock for this part here would be... Well, there's one there. You know what? Fine, I'll do it just for you guys. Let me get myself a spawner rock, and I'll tame him. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, where are you? There we go, spawner rock. Will he disappear? He will. That's because my game mode in this one is, at the moment, is on peaceful. So let me do the... No, I've done that, haven't I? Ah, okay, that sucks. Too fast, clicky fingers. Alright, so I'm just going to spawn a rock, tame him, put a saddle on him, and then just show you guys how you kind of bop him in there. Pretty simple. Whew, that load took forever. Okay, so we need avian treats. Yeah, avian treats right there. And also an avian saddle. Cool, so you... What? That's because I clicked... Because I clicked save and close, isn't it? You. Be mine. Yay. Okay, so I don't need to soulbind him. Jeez, come here. Do I? Ugh. He's not gonna listen to me, is he? I need to... Where is the soul stone? I need to soul bind with this guy because I can't tell him to not go everywhere otherwise. You sit. Passive. And come here, for God's sake. Why is he in there? Right. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. And have I got the name tag? I've thrown the name tag away. Because I'm that good. Quality stuff. You come here. Okay, so boink. Right. So she's gonna be very unhappy as soon as we chuck her in here, and she is always going to try and escape. Just to let you guys know. So as soon as you do this part, just be aware she's always going to try and escape. She doesn't want to be indoors, so we have to keep her there. So let's go through here, and then meow, and then we go through here, and then let's quickly close this behind us. There, 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 there. And now we release with X. She should pop in here, and there we go, and dismiss. So that's how you do that part. You kind of have to do the same as soon as we get to the part of adding these villagers in here. You know, you need to boink them in here, or just dump them through the hole and then push them in. That's fine as well. Cool. Now we got nymph. We have our little bodyguards. Now we just get to the villager part. So I'm not gonna plant any crops of yet, but let's get some of these villagers in first. So this doesn't need to be there. So 2 in there, like so, and that's fine. They are in the same corner. That's not what you want, by the way. They need to be in opposite corners in order to be as efficient as possible. See, that's fine. That's perfect. These guys are an issue. Let's give him a whack. There we go. Opposite corners. That's fine. Cool. And I nearly forgot that the nymph is gonna try and sneak out, so close that every now and then. I don't think she can actually go through 2 blocks. She needs, I think, a 3rd block above her, or she might be wider even. Anyway, so let's get all of these guys in. And whack. Didn't work. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, just go to the other end. There we go. Separate corners, always separate corners. Okay. Let me just get the rest of them in here. Why have I not got village edit overrid it? Did I say? Okay, I'm just gonna dump them in here, you know what? Instead of pushing them in, so yeah, that's fine. I'll just give them a whack. So this part is gonna be harder for you guys to get them in here. What I would suggest is maybe start off with, say, 4 villagers or 6, and then once they start breeding, just bring the adults up with your rocket anyway. Bring them up and dump them in these holes, and that'd be fine. Cool, now like I said, we need to keep on separating them. Opposite corners, always opposite corners. Yeah, that's fine. Opposite corners, opposite corners. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't do this, by the way, the opposite corner thing, they will basically not breed as they should. It's because they need to chuck food at one another. See, one of them will always get fed, and he will try and chuck the food to the other one. And if they aren't in opposite corners, the same one who chucks the food will pick up the food. So you need them in opposite corners. That's why you need to do this. And then as for the bouncy of water, for those of you who don't know why that is, this water part, that is because if you dump villagers in a hole otherwise, the same villager will always pick up the food, you see. So if there's no water, you got 2 in a hole, you know, I know it seems a lot easier, but if no water, then the same villager would be stood there and he will always pick up the food and they will never breed. So you need water, that's why the water is in all of these builds. all of the villager breedables. Okay, are these guys in opposite corner? Cool. That seems fine. Are they in opposite corners? No, these are horrible. You there? I say you there. Stand in your corner. Oh, he actually did move up. Oh, sorry. I hit you for nothing. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, opposite corners. Opposite corners. Yeah. Cool. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and seal off this bad boy. So we'll get the trapdoors back on in a moment, and the slabs. Well, it's a trapdoor here. Slabs only here. Now we need to get ourselves piston and lever, not a sticky piston, normal piston. We need to get ourselves some glass, more glass, obviously, and then lever or a button. That'd be fine. Okay, let me just have a look. Can't remember how much it was. Let's see how many glass. So there's 1 to get here, 2 to get here, and then 3. Let's see. Okay, sorry, this is me remembering what I should be doing here. So let's do this. Glass there. This one there. Lever. So 1 glass block. 2 glass block. 3 glass block. And then we break this glass block. Break this glass block. Perfect. By the way, for you guys who didn't know, blocks like glass, translucent blocks, entities can't actually drown in them. Even though they were completely, you know, submerged inside of this glass block, they will never take drowning damage. Just a fun little fact for you guys. Cool, so that is that one done. Now we do this with all of them. So let's go ahead and do that with every single one of them. Happy days. Such a shame. Undoing all of the work I just did. But c'est la vie. So you learn while making a tutorial. Okay, so let's just do this, that. 1, 2, 3. Bam, 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 bam. Your turn. I haven't got a lever. You also need a lever. Out of the way. Thank you. So, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That one done. You. 1, 2, 3. And then you here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, finally this guy. Get out of the way. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, this one, no, not done yet. Move out of the way. 1, 2, 3. The nice thing about making your own golems, by the way, is you can hit the villagers and obviously they won't try and murder your ass. So, yeah, little perks of making your own golems as well. Let's see, they're done, they're done, they're done. They're done, okay, they're all done. Cool. No. Let's just get all this stuff back where it's meant to be. Yeah, so that, and now we need a trapdoor. Get these back into position. Just get one of these. No, not that. Slabs here. Cool. Trapdoor, trapdoor, trapdoor. Okay. Now let us just seal this back up. This is basically all done. You just want to close everything up, of course. Build yourself once again. Build yourself a door somewhere. Probably a metal door, like I've said, with a lever. Now all we need is a hoe, and we also need... We need a brown coat villager, by the way, in order to do this. Brown coat villagers are shepherds, farmers, and fishers, I think. I think that's all. I think it's only 3. So we need a brown coat villager in here in order to harvest these crops. Other villagers won't harvest crops and feed, you know, the rest of the villagers. So we need to start by hoeing all this stuff. And then we'll plant some carrots and we will get it going. It's incredibly noisy. Carrots. So let's just plant them everywhere like so, and then our green thumb passive should start making them grow. I believe I've got my green thumb passive on already. That should be fine. Yeah, green thumb passive is on. We could see the little twinkle there. Cool, move out of the way, thank you. Okay, carrots, 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 blah blah blah. This is making it an incredibly long tutorial. You will not get out here. You will never leave. Never. You shall never leave this place. Okay, so a brown villager will automatically run in there. We need to get one here as well. So whenever you bring a brown coat villager nearby and there is mature crops, he will automatically go and just start working. So that's quite nice. Let's try and spawn a brown coat one. It's a bit annoying that I haven't got anything to kill the other ones with if they aren't a brown coat. So let's see. Not that one. No. 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 Yeah. Brown coat, get in there. Cool. And seal him in there. Perfect. And there you see him starting to work. Okay, let's do one this side. Nope. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. No. 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 Ah! I was afraid this would happen. They are trying to go in there because there's a village in there. Which is annoying. Let me do... I'm just gonna kill him. Take care of them, thank you. So, once they've done the job... Oh, they're not gonna do the job, because they're running into the... Oh, the ages are killing them. Well, that didn't work. Okay, well, still. Let's try and spawn them on this end. Ah, I'm spawning tubers. No. No food for you. Come on, it's never this hard to get a brown coat. Go, 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 get in there, get in there. Leave them all for dead. Thank goodness. So yeah, those are annoying. But now, that is finally the end of it. We've got just about everything. Now all I want is I really want to kill this guy. I don't want you here because he's going to breed. There we go. Okay, only one guy here. So he will not be breeding with the other guy. So it doesn't clog up this whole system. Then we hoe this. Good, good, good. Yeah, that all seems good and nice. Cool. We'll check downstairs in a moment, but I don't think they'll be breeding already. And then, like I said, this part here, this is for AFKing with this green thumb passive. If you guys want AFK in here to make these crops grow super fast. So what I would suggest is from here, just put yourself a couple of blocks like so. If you're on AFK, that is. like this, and then we are just safe and set down here. So when these Spriggans spawn, they won't aggro on us, they will aggro on one of the other guys, and we can sit here and we'll be pretty damn safe. One other thing that's worth mentioning here, I want to switch down the volume of these villagers because they are very annoying. Where is neutral mobs? So, one other thing worth mentioning here is that these events that spawn, so while you're sat here, the Lycanites events that spawn, they still respect vanilla spawning mechanics. So, these events, when they spawn mobs, they will never spawn within 24 blocks of the player. And the way I built this farm, this bottom part here, and of course all that, none of that is spawnable. So if you are AFK here, these events can't spawn inside of this farm. So your farm is safe. Woohoo. And this is where we're sat. It looks ridiculous. We'll just be sat here underneath our little glowstone light. Yay. Just like that. Let me break this. And go down here. Now I can't go down there because I'll wreck the water source. This will be fine. And then I don't want him going back down there. So this is what they look like. And, ooh, a Dark Aegis. So if you get this, it's worth name tagging this guy. And down here, summon yourself a second Iron Golem. Just in case something slips through like a Banshee. You know, if they come through randomly to protect these little guys, protect our babies. And then from here, you can just ship them out however you want to, really. And that is the farm for now. Let me quickly have a look. I feel like there's one extra thing that I wanted to mention. Ah, yes. I remembered what it was. So, say you are organizing them, and you get cartographers, which obviously you can't use, and you don't want. You want the librarians, of course. What we can do is, if you have a zombie, if we let him turn this guy, looks like it's going to take a while. Well, eventually when he turns this guy. Okay. So, and if you have a weapon, I just got a stick with the purification enchant on. What we'll do is, we hopefully purify this guy. He's got a 50-50% chance of turning into a librarian. There we go. See? Librarian now! Yeah, so when you guys get to that point, then you can just go ahead and do that. I'm actually wondering if, yeah, the zombies now aggro to other villagers up there. So you guys could, you know, just do that to kind of funnel up the cartographers, turn them into librarians, and just kind of retry. I'm kind of wondering if you put them, if you let them get bitten again, it's the only thing I'm thinking of suddenly. If you can kind of reset their enchantments by letting them get bit again and then curing them again, you know, with a chance of them having different enchantments. That might be a thing, now that I think of it. Anyway, that is basically this done. I'm just gonna pop myself out here and, yeah, you leave him alone. So, let's have a look if they are starting to breed yet. They should be doing stuff. They can see that that is the remains of a Spriggan already, which has been in here. So our little guy has already taken care of him and they are now healing. So they should be throwing carrots down to these guys and they will be starting to breed as it goes on. I wonder if there is any young'uns yet. By the looks of it, not. So this thing hasn't picked up speed yet. You can, of course, feed them in order to, you know, give them a stack or half a stack, whatever each, in order to get this thing going. But, yeah, that is basically the farm. Let me pop myself out here. Right. That is what it looks like. All sexy-like. Right. Special thanks to, I need to do this obviously, so this design of making them bob on water and the mechanics behind this, including these doors, all of this was figured out and done by the content creator Frilioth on YouTube. So, special thanks to him. Basically, all the 1.12 farms are based on his design. So, I will put a link to his channel and maybe the video that he was, you know, that he explained all this in the description so you guys can see that for yourselves. Apart from that, that is the farm, guys. I hope you guys have, let me do this. Sit around here, hang here, and woohoo, yeah. That is the farm. Thank you guys so much for watching. Well, I guess breeder, but still. Anyway, that's the farm, breeder, thingamaboob. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much appreciated. And yeah, this is Zerger saying, place more torches. Nah, Cheers, guys. And goodbye. Haha, gotcha.